Libra zodiac sign, characteristics and personality traits. Intelligent, kind and always willing to put others before themselves, Libras value harmony in all its forms. Ruled by Venus, the planet of beauty, Libra adores a life that is beautiful. A master of compromise and diplomacy, Libra is adept at seeing all points of view and excels at creating compromises and mediating among others. This sign has a rich inner life but loves others, and is always happiest with a large group of friends, family members, and colleagues they can count on. An air sign, Libra can often be in the clouds, and while she is great at making big plans, it can be difficult to get them done. Working with detail-oriented signs, such as Virgo or Capricorn, can help Libras turn their dreams into reality, especially in the work environment. But Libras should not be blamed for daydreaming. Their imagination is one of their greatest strengths, and they often put it to use in artistic or literary careers. Those born under the zodiac sign of Libra are often considered indecisive, but if you try to understand them more deeply, you will see that this is a misjudgment. They simply like to weigh the best options for themselves and everyone around them. When they make decisions, they can be assured that these will yield the best results for all parties involved. Those born under this zodiac sign are extremely diplomatic and fair-minded and hate to see others unhappy around them because of unequal circumstances. They do this not so much for selfish or manipulative reasons, but rather because they seek to create unity. Harmony is a very important word for this sign, and peace in all aspects of their lives is an imperative. Often considered charming, Libra is a sign that feels frustrated and unhappy only if it thinks or feels it has not been treated fairly. Many Libra zodiac signs enjoy exercise and tend to favor running and marathons. Meditation can be a great activity for this zodiac sign, as it helps create a space in which to make decisions and contemplate without interruption. They will spend much of their time trying to establish a balance between all parts of themselves, and they will not be fully happy or fulfilled until they have found and practiced this balance. Libra element, mode, and season. Autumn. In the Western tropical zodiac, the Libra season begins at the autumnal equinox, which represents the fall in the northern hemisphere at the stage of the year when sunlight will begin to decrease toward the winter solstice. The Libra season begins on September 23 and ends on October 22. Libra's archetype is that of balance, equanimity and equality, which is symbolized by the day of the autumnal equinox, when daylight and nightlight are in equal measure, cardinal mode. Libra is the third of the four cardinal signs of the zodiac, all of which are endowed with an elemental, initiatory energy that marks the beginning of the four seasons. Libra initiates autumn, the source of Libra's affinity for leadership in diplomacy and social justice. Air element. The element of Libra is air, a light and dispersive element, believed by ancient astrologers to be an expression of matter representing formlessness, adaptability and dissolution. Libra's affinity for ease in sustaining social ties and exploring the world with grace and composure is akin to the air element, active and flowing. Libra zodiac sign positives. Romantic. Libras go crazy when it comes to romance, as they are ruled by the planet of love, Venus. Everyone can get a little crazy in love, but Libras are different from others. You are vulnerable to becoming completely drunk on love. Charm. Charm is natural for Libras, who are born with charm. Libra individuals are extremely charming and somewhat flirtatious. Your friendly and charming nature makes you incredibly attractive to others. Great listener. You absorb all ideas and information around you like a big brain sponge. You detest conflict and confrontation and therefore prefer to listen most of the time. When communicating, always pay attention to your words and mostly speak in a way that does not hurt anyone. Also, before making decisions, listen to everyone's point of view so that you can make fair decisions. Fairness. Libras are known for having a logical mind and fair judgment. Libras constantly strive for fairness and justice. You always encourage fair solutions and focus on what is being said. This makes you excellent mediators. You analyze every situation with your legal eagle brain and logical mind. With the help of this, you organize everything well and eliminate irrelevant things. Idealists. You are always 100% committed to everything. You always want the best possible experience. You tend to always create perfect ways through your logical and rational thinking. You overthink in all situations and try to achieve the best. However, you also think about the people around you. You will do things or make decisions in a way that is beneficial to everyone. Understanding. In addition to being classy, sociable and passionate, Libras are also very understanding. You are very thoughtful and interpret things that most people miss. Weaknesses of the Libra zodiac sign. Some sources of weakness or potential blind spots in the Libra archetype are the flip side of all its great strengths. Libras have the opposite challenge to their polar Aries counterparts. While Aries is called upon to make its fierce and individually focused nature more relational, Libra is sometimes called upon to adapt its naturally conciliatory and differential nature to be more self-focused. Because the sun is falling in Libra, it symbolizes a potential pitfall for these natives that takes the form of not rising, radiating or valuing themselves enough at times. Often, to keep the peace, they do not express their anger or discomfort, but if they are not careful, this can lead to suppressed emotions that can solidify into resentment. Later, this resentment can surface in unusual ways, as Libra's Venusian tendency to focus only on what is good and pleasant will overshadow more unpleasant feelings. Libras may assuage their resentment by hiding in pleasures and indulgences rather than confronting someone with their grievances. Another way Libra blind spots can manifest themselves is in their generosity, which leads them to overcommit themselves, as they hate saying no and disappointing someone. This can lead to the depletion of their solar reserves and their overspending. Again, for their own well-being they need to indulge in some therapeutic selfishness. Love and relationships for the Libra zodiac sign. Finding a compatible partner will be the main priority in the lives of those born with the sun in Libra. When they start a romantic relationship, maintaining peace and harmony becomes the most important thing and their primary goal. Their charming personality and dedication to each relationship make their compatibility with others satisfying, but the fallen sun they have to take care of often creates problems in their emotional world. Libra is the sign of marriage, which makes its representatives open to the traditional paths of love. Although the air element gives them a lot of flexibility, they will still feel a strong pull toward tradition, and their desires will eventually turn into a love put on paper, well organized and serving to create a certain image for the outside world. In a sense, every Libra is looking for a partner who has the ability to establish clear boundaries, as if he or she expects to be protected by them, but without his or her pride being undermined in the process. This is a sign deeply connected to sexuality, for Scorpio rises where it ends. They seek deep and meaningful relationships, and although they have no problem relating to people to whom they are not very close, the only real satisfaction in their love life comes from complete surrender of body and soul. The gravity of Libra is to share one's entire life with someone, with the challenge of being independent and at the same time aware of one's basic personality. Friends and family for the Libra zodiac sign. Friends. Libra representatives are very sociable and put their friends in the spotlight, but sometimes they raise their expectations too high and choose friendships that make them feel superior to the person in front of them. Their nature makes them indecisive, which is why they may show some lack. However, this will not make them less committed to their relationships when someone else takes the baton and shows interest in them. Pacified and calm, they are able to communicate with any problem if they wish, and often help others understand the other side of their personal conflicts and problems with other people. Family. Born into a family that gave them a certain sun weakness, Libras can often transfer guilt among family members without even being aware that they are doing so. Constantly seeking harmony, these individuals have a tendency to agree with parents and siblings only to avoid conflict, backing down when a challenge arises. They need to cultivate their own personality and often turn to solitude just to discover their own point of view among many. If they are well built and have worked on their sense of inner power, they discover the ease of being a good parent and role model, ready to share all they know with their children. Libra at work. Libra's natural interpersonal skills make them particularly well suited for professions in which they must work with others and advocate for the less fortunate. To be fulfilling, their careers must have a certain dynamic of repair, beautification, or negotiation. This could manifest itself in many professions, but will probably not be found in lonely, stationary jobs that require this sign to work in isolation. Like all air signs, Libra needs novelty, activity, movement, and space, so they will not be content to stay in one place for long, unless, of course, that place is a beautiful place filled with interesting people. If they have to do isolated, routine work, they can make up for it by decorating their workspace with art and beauty and infusing the atmosphere with music and scents to promote inspiration and calm. Since Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of luxury and beauty, a natural career could be found in the many facets of the art or beauty industry. Any way in which Libra can beautify and improve the lives and environment of others will likely be very satisfying.